All right. So now we're on to the guided practice of multiplying fractions. Okay. So this red area here that you see is built in there. We're going to first look at that and talk about that. So let's see how many blocks are colored red. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of how many total? There's 5, 10, 15. So this is 5, 10, 15 in all. Okay? So 5 out of 15 are colored red. Multiply that by the blue. On the blue, count how many are colored blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of how many total? Again, 15 equals. Okay? So what we have here then is 5 times 6 over 15 times 15. Now remember what I told you, you can multiply in any order. I can even reduce this 5/15. So before I multiply 15 times 15, that's going to be, a lot. So instead of doing that first, let's change this 5/15, reduce it. Okay? So I can make 5/15 1/5. 1/3, sorry. Right? 5/15 reduces to 1/3. And now let's multiply that by 6/15. Wait a minute. Now that I'm looking at this, I can reduce it again. I can reduce the 3 and the 6. The 3 becomes 1, the 6 becomes 2, dividing them both by 3. So in other words, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now it's even easier to multiply straight across. 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 15 is 15. Now let's go back up to our model. The model here, how many are colored both blue and red? 2 of them. 2 of them out of 15. And 2 out of 15 is our answer. It's correct. Okay? So remember, when you multiply by fractions, you actually make numbers smaller. So I started out with 5/15. As we can see, 5/15 is this much. Right? And when I multiply that much by another fraction, I get an even smaller amount. So my answer is 2/15, this much. This is my answer. And as you can see, the green part is much less than the red part, right? I decrease this number, 5/15. I decrease this number using multiplication because I multiply by another fraction. If you multiply by a fraction, you're going to get a number that's less. It's like dividing, all right? And the next one, now this one. Let's count the number of squares that are red. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares across, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 6 times 4 is 24. So I have 24 out of, or you know what I could do actually, even easier? Let me do this. I could just count the rows. That would be easier. 1 row is red, 2 rows are red, 3 rows are red, 4 rows are red. 4 rows out of 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows. Times, how many are blue now? I'm going to count the number that are blue. 1 is blue, 2 is blue, 3 is blue. 3 out of how many? 3, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Out of 6 columns. Okay? So I'm going to multiply, but before I multiply, I can already see right here, let me reduce this fraction. Okay? So my 4/7 I'm going to leave alone. I can't reduce 4/7. But I can reduce 3/6 to 1/2 by dividing both by 3, right? 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now can I cross cancel? I sure can. This 2 and the 4 cross cancel. 2 becomes 1, 4 becomes 2. Okay? By dividing by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. And now we multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2, and 7 times 1, is 7. 2 sevens. So let's see if we get that, 2 sevens. Let's see how many squares are red and blue are these right here. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are both colors. 12 out of how many total? Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 42 total? 12 out of 42 are red. Now let's reduce that. I can divide both of these by 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 42 divided by 3 is 14. I could divide them both by 2 now. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 2 sevens. Same answer, 2 sevens. Number 3, 4 sevenths times 3 fifths. Okay, 4 and 5 I cannot cross cancel. 7 and 3 I cannot cross cancel. There's no number that I can divide both 3 and 7 by, and there's no number I can divide both 4 and 5 by. So we're just going to multiply straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 7 times 5 is 35. This number cannot be reduced, so the answer is 12 over 35. Two-thirds times 6 over 1. 2/3 times 6 over 1. 3 and 6 can cross cancel. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 over 1 is the same as 4. So look at that. This is what I want you to notice. You took the number 6, the whole number 6. You reduced it by 2 to 4. You reduced it to 4 by multiplying by a fraction. When we multiply by fractions, we reduce numbers. We make them smaller. 1 and 3 fifths times 2 1/2. First, we have to change this to an improper fraction. Okay? So 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. The denominator stays the same. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. The denominator stays the same. I can cross cancel this 5 and this 5, so they become 1 and 1. And I can cross cancel this 2 and 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. As long as you divide the numbers by the same digit, you're fine. You can cross cancel. 4 times 1 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1, so the answer is 4. Okay? All right. Y over 3 times negative 1 over 5. I can't cross cancel here or here, so we're just going to multiply straight across. Y times negative 1 is negative y. And 3 times 5 is 15. Negative y over 15, or negative y over 15. (24) times x over 4. We're going to change 24 first to a fraction by putting a 1 on the bottom. And x over 4. I can cross cancel 4 and 24. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 24 divided by 4 is 6. Now I can multiply. 6 times x is 6x. 1 times 1 is 1. So our answer is just 6x. Find the multiplicative inverse of the rational number. The multiplicative inverse means I invert it, turn it around. Negative 8 over 3. Okay? These are not equal, so please do not put an equal sign there. No, those are not equal. I'm not saying they're equal. I'm just saying that one of them is the reverse of the other, the multiplicative inverse. Okay? So when a plane flies inverted, the plane flies upside down. So that the bottom of the plane is on top, and the top of the plane is more towards the ground on the bottom. Okay? Inverted just means flipped around. So we're inverting fractions by just turning them around, but we are not saying they're equal. So no equal sign, please. All right, that's it. Quick video. Hope you guys enjoy your evening. See you tomorrow.